MAGA has been throwing a temper tantrum, claiming that it's so unpatriotic for Team USA athletes to use their platform at the Winter Olympics to call for an end to the cruelty that Donald Trump is carrying out across our country with ICE. They say that that is unpatriotic. But what surely is patriotic is Donald Trump taking his tiny little fingers to Truth Social to attack those athletes for using the freedoms that we call patriotic. The irony and the hypocrisy couldn't be any more clear, but do you know what? That's MAGA. There is nothing more rules for thee, but not for me than Donald Trump. He is the least accountable man in the country because his cult will always fall in line. But some of them did not like what he just said because it was a disgusting and blatant attack and threat against Team USA athletes who are calling out not just Trump, but calling for our freedoms to be protected, what they're representing on the world stage. And it begins with three, who made it very clear how they want to be using their platforms.
I feel heartbroken about what's happened in the United States when, I'm pretty sure you're referencing ICE and some of the protests and things like that. I think that as a country, we need to focus on respecting everybody's rights and making sure that we're treating our citizens as well as anybody with love and respect. And I hope that when people look at athletes compete in the Olympics, they realize that that's the America that we're trying to represent.
It brings up mixed emotions to represent the U.S. right now, I think. It's a little hard. There's obviously a lot going on that I'm not the biggest fan of, and I think a lot of people aren't. If it aligns with my moral values, I feel like I'm representing it. Just because I'm wearing the flag doesn't mean I represent everything that's going on in the U.S. So yeah, I just kind of want to do it for my friends and my family and the people that support me getting here.
It's definitely a tough time in our country right now, and I think I just continue to represent my values, which is compassion and respect and love for others, and also to represent my community at home and those that have given us the opportunities to be here. It's a very special experience.
These athletes are representing America on the world stage. I'm glad they're representing our highest ideals, that there are those of us who do believe in freedom, who do believe in the protection of people's civil liberties. It's a little disappointing that considering Donald Trump has decided it's important to go to war with all of our allies, there are representations of what America still is and can be on the world stage. When Governor Newsom went to Davos, it was an important reminder, hopefully, to the world leaders there that there are some of us who are not Donald Trump in this country. How much has he stripped away from us, all of these Republican presidents, from the American dream, attacking the American middle class, making it impossible to buy a home, endless wars that have cost us a deficit that we'll never be able to recover, and now Donald Trump capping it all off on the tirade of Republican presidents, making sure that the good standing that America had all around the world is gone. That is what my generation has inherited because of Republican presidents. They have stripped away the American dream, and Trump put the nail in the coffin, or at least he tried to. But again, we do have athletes representing us on the world stage, and it was one specifically that really pissed off Donald Trump with this post. Winter Olympic skier in American Horror Story, Gus Kenworthy, urinates "fuck ice" in snow. Gus Kenworthy, a freestyle skier who will compete for Team GB at the 2026 Winter Olympics after defecting from Team USA, urinated a political message in the snow. In a post to his 1.2 million Instagram followers, Kenworthy, who has forayed into acting with roles in American Horror Story and 80 for Brady, shared a picture with the words "fuck ice" in yellow scrawl in the snow. He later admitted it was urine. In a message accompanying the post, Kenworthy wrote, "You can call your senator to speak up against ICE and put pressure on them during the current DHS funding negotiations." A great Instagram post indeed. Donald Trump has made our brand as a country, and I don't want to say this because hopefully it is recoverable, so toxic that there are those who could compete for Team USA and are opting to compete for the British. Like, is there anything less patriotic than that? Donald Trump forcing an athlete's hand into competing for Great Britain. Now, I know there are people in the UK who watch this show, so love you guys, but there's a bit of a history there. What are we doing, Donald? This is what you've done. This is what he's done. I want to emphasize how much he has stripped away from us, how much Donald Trump has taken in the way of our standing on the world stage, that there used to be reverence for the United States. And not even to mention the trade relationships that Donald Trump has destroyed, all because he gets, all prissy pissy pants and angry and upset. And oh, you weren't nice to me. Canada aired a commercial I didn't like, so now we're going to upend a free trade agreement that he negotiated. And pretend as if going to war with our allies will somehow return us anything but, I don't know, more business deals for Trump in the Gulf states. That is what this has been about, and that is why I'm glad that there are so many athletes who are speaking up, clearly driving Donald Trump crazy enough to post this on Truth Social. Trump wrote on Truth Social, U.S. Olympic skier Hunter Hess, a real loser, says he doesn't represent his country in the current Winter Olympics. If that's the case, he shouldn't have tried out for the team, and it's too bad he's on it. Very hard to root for someone like this. Make America great again. There's really not a lot more patriotic than using your platform at the Olympics to call for your country to be better. And for Donald Trump to attack that and to say it's America hating, you are the one who hates this country. Republicans fundamentally do not understand what America is about. They don't. They don't understand that it's a nation of immigrants. They don't understand what freedom actually means. They don't want to be free. They want other people to not be free, but they don't care, right? Donald Trump has stuck the boot down on every single person in this country without $1 billion, and right-wingers are licking it right now because they really, above all else, just want to see people of color hurt. That is what they are after. That is who they want to put the boot on. And so even if it means they're getting hurt, they're getting killed, MAGA's having their own family members deported, they're going to sign up for it. That is really what it looks like, is that they are all in it for the cruelty. And that is a very sad reality to wake up to, that there are so many people that for them, this is just all about the cruelty. And, Donald Trump's administration certainly serving that up to everyone who wants it. I think John Ossoff put it perfectly when talking about the cruelty and the arrogance and the idiocy of this administration.
All across Georgia, more and more people of every background and belief reject the chaos and corruption. It's not just Democrats and independents. Republicans take me aside or they call me on the phone. They tell me they're afraid of where this president has taken us and they don't want it to go on. They tell me they're voting for a Democrat for the first time. And it's no mystery why. This is the cruelest and most arrogant group of people who have ever ascended to high office in the United States. And their cruelty and their arrogance are matched only by their incompetence. The president said he'd bring down prices on day one. Instead, his tariffs keep driving prices higher and higher since he took office. Coffee's up 20%, ground beef and the power bill both up 13%, apples up 10%. I could go on, all in 1 year. Unemployment is rising too. Listen to this. American manufacturing jobs have shrunk nearly every single month since Trump rolled out his tariffs. Last month, more Americans lost their jobs than any January in 17 years. And while prices are going up and jobs are getting harder to find, they decided to let health insurance premiums double for more than 20 million Americans, including more than 1 million Georgians.
They are just cruel people. That's what they're after. Cruelty. They want us hurt. That's what ICE does. That's what Kristi Noem's for. That's what Greg Bovino was all about. This is what Tom Homan's about, no matter how many people call him the adult in the room, which I just still find ridiculous. They're about cruelty. Donald Trump wants to impose himself upon everyone. It is what he's done throughout his entire life. Physically, rhetorically, Donald Trump just wants to impose himself. Right? He talks about the Trump derangement syndrome of, the libs, they care so much about what the president does to harm the country. They're crazy. The real Trump derangement syndrome is thinking that we want to fucking hear from you all the time. We do not. We do not, Donald. So if you would just stop commenting on everything, things would be a lot better. But that's the real derangement. Thinking that Donald Trump is what we want all of the time. I can promise you, it is not. We want our freedoms. We want our country back. And Donald Trump is actively trying to strip that right now. Saying that Team USA is not patriotic, neither is attacking one of our most fundamental rights, which is voting, and that's what Donald Trump has been after right now. And Adam Schiff shared a pretty important insight into that right now.
Republicans have created distrust in the elections by making claims of non-existent fraud in the elections. And shouldn't we use the distrust they've created in order to enact a voter suppression law, which is the SAVE Act, which would require people to have a birth certificate or passport, documents that millions of Americans don't have. Almost half the country doesn't have a passport, and I don't know where many millions of people would even find a birth certificate. So
but I asked you
phony fraud claims.
But I was asking you a different question. Photo ID. Because as you know, let's show up, there was a recent poll, there's been a lot of polls on this, but in one recent Pew poll, 83% of adults support requiring photo ID to vote. 71% of Democrats favor requiring photo ID. Is that something that you can support? And if not, why not?
It's still going to be something, Jonathan. It's still going to be something that disenfranchises people that don't have the proper real ID, driver's license ID, that don't have the ID necessary to vote, even though they are citizens.
I would say that calling for ICE to stop killing people in the streets is certainly a little bit better than trying to strip millions of Americans of their ability to vote, purposefully making it more difficult. I'd go ahead and say one of those things is certainly worse, maybe less patriotic. But again, they don't know what those words mean. For MAGA, you hump a flag, you sing Born in the USA, a song that they don't understand, and, they call it a day. That's it. Being conservative is fundamentally about misunderstanding art and culture. That's what, if we're being totally honest, that's what it's about. These are people who are saying, oh, my Super Bowl's being ruined. It's misunderstanding art and culture and not seeing when capitalism is fucking you over. The reason that Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl, and I love Bad Bunny. Benito. He's a bop a minute. Love Bad Bunny's music. It's great. But the reason he's performing at the Super Bowl is capitalism. It's because he's going to bring in a larger audience from Latin America and from around the world. He's a global artist, and that is good for the NFL because they want more people around the world to watch the NFL. And so if you're mad about that, you're mad about capitalism. And they don't get that. They don't seem to understand it because they're fucking stupid. And I'm tired of pretending that they're not. My God. Fuck you, Donald Trump. Fuck ICE. Go Team USA. Keep on fighting, y'all. Don't let them silence you. Hit the subscribe button if you want. I'm just pissed off today. I wish we were playing. It's okay. It's okay. Until next time, I'll see you soon.